Hi there, welcome to the weekly update. So, for newcomers, these are the areas that I'll talk about in these sessions, and they're based on two key concepts. And these sessions are not financial advice, they're for research, education, and discussion with the online community only. Please take note. So, let's get started. Hedera. So, over the past few weeks, if we take a count, in 7 weeks total, 6 of them were red. So, except this particular long candle, which didn't last for too long. Last week, actually oversold whatever has been recovered the week before. So, this week has just started. So, from a Wyckoff pattern perspective, Hedera had its buying climax and then second test as well. And after the last sign of weakness, now I can draw the last point of supply over here. Given the sentiments currently both for crypto and macroeconomic environment, it's of a lower chance that we'll see an upthrust for Hedera. However, if we compare last time, the last distribution cycle from buying climax to sign of weakness, that's roughly 126 days. This time, from buying climax to sign of weakness, that's 77 days. There's no guarantee that we won't see another sign of weakness, and then like another climb upwards. So the last buying climax to the upthrust took 182 days. So that's roughly half a year. If anything that's so positive happens, 182 days, that's roughly early June this year. If that is what's going to happen, whether there's an upthrust that would go beyond the buying climax, if it happens in a similar timeline compared to the last distribution cycle, there's still about almost 3 months time before this happens. But given the current macroeconomic and geopolitical situations, the pressure is still there. So it's not as easy as that. And remember, if you were here the past few weeks, there isn't much of a strong support over here if we look at the current distribution cycle. What seems to be supporting the price at current level, I would say it's pretty much extended from the last distribution cycle. There were quite some support over there as well at this level. So that's from a weekly perspective. If we go down to the daily, so last week we talked about the price broke out from the downward flag and then return to the short-term playground zone, the horizontal box, and then now it seems to have developed a new downward trading area. So another downward flag being developed. According to textbook for candlesticks, that's a bullish sign. However, I have already explained, we say this is a bullish sign, but when would it break through, right? It broken through here. I also mentioned, yes, the price rose. However, it's not going to last too long. It's not going to go way above what we have seen earlier in the beginning of the year, and also in the beginning of December last year. So that's why I combined both the Wyckoff from a higher level timeline to look at a macro environment or the macro trend, and then go down deeper to see what's going to happen or guess what's going to happen. So if, let me change this as well to blue so it's easier to differentiate. So this, if it continues, then it may probably be touching the long-term playground zone this time. So this white box, if you're new to this playground zone concept, it's basically drawn from a longer timeline, the bottom of the previous accumulation cycle, also the top of the accumulation cycle as well. Obviously, I have included earlier days too. So that's the range that we're talking about for this long-term playground zone. If this continue to happen, the trend now seems pointing towards this direction. So let's see whether it will continue with this trend. Let me change this line so I can give it a tighter. Yep, so that's it. So that's pretty much for Hedera. Look at the 4 red candles over the past 4 days. That's not a positive sign. So let's see how far this will come down. But like in terms of trading actions, people would probably buying somewhat like when it rebound from the bottom of this blue box, and then probably selling when the price start to drop from the top of the upper bound of the blue box. So there were probably a few chances that those day traders would have done, like when the price first shot up from here, or even lower when it first broke out, and then once it came down and returned, that's the second time. If you don't short it, if you short it, there's the third chance, and now is the fourth. So I'm not like a high frequency trader, but that's how things could happen and how people could place their trade when these kind of actions happen. So that's all for Hedera for now, and I'll move on to